it's Nelly. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am back today with a makeup tutorial. I really wanted to do this video because this is the glam that I have been doing recently over on Instagram, and I've been getting so many questions from you guys to show you how I have been doing my makeup. So I figured that it was time to do an updated glam tutorial. It's very similar to what I do. It's just the eyes are a little bit different. I absolutely love this glam. This is like my foolproof, don't have to think about it type of glam. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial in a minute, so this is fun. Got these really cute flower clips from Amazon. They come in a pack of like, I want to say it was like a pack of 8 or 10. I'm not sure, in different colors. So I have the pink one today, and we're going to use this to clip our hair back and away from our face. Now I do have tons of baby hairs, like new growth, so I'm also going to be using this headband to kind of pull everything back. The first thing that I do is I go in with clear brow gel. This is the one from Milk. If my camera would focus, that would be great, but it is the Milk Kush brow gel, and I first apply this all over the brows to kind of start shaping my brows. My brows tend to go down, so I always go in with a little bit of clear brow gel first to kind of give the brows that shape. Next, I'm gonna go in with toner. I have been using this one and I love it. This is the Emborian Skin Essentia Moisturizing Toner. I got this because of Hailey Bieber. She did like her skincare routine in a video, and I was like, yes, 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 I need everything that she uses. And I actually fell in love with this toner. It is so good, really moisturizing, and it really does a good job at like hydrating my skin. Next up, I go with my Summer Fridays Dream Oasis Deep Hydration Serum. Again, anything that's going to hydrate my skin, I am all for, because my skin is really dehydrated and dry and I have texture. So I like to keep my skin nice and plump and hydrated. For moisturizer, I have been loving the one from Rhode. This is the Barrier Restore Cream. This one's really good. It's nice and light, but still moisturizing, because I don't want anything too heavy for during the day, because I am going to be wearing makeup, but I also don't want something that's too light, because I want my skin to feel nice and hydrated underneath the makeup. Really quickly apply that. Don't forget your neck. Look how much, like how juicy and plump the skin looks. Then sunscreen. I love sunscreen. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, I'm most likely wearing sunscreen. Sunscreen is so important. I cannot stress this enough. Wear your sunscreen, wear your SPF. A couple that I like, but I have been trying the Summer Fridays Shade Drops Mineral Milk Sunscreen in SPF 30, and I really like it. I just use about that much and I apply it. And it doesn't really have much of a scent, which I love, because your skincare shouldn't really have a scent. At least for me, really heavy scents tend to break me out like crazy. So I try to go for unscented skincare. That is the skincare. I'm gonna finish off with some lip balm or lip oil. I have been trying this one from Milk. This is the Electric Glossy Lip Plumper. Oh my goodness. If you like a plumping lip balm, this is for you. But if you're very sensitive to lip plumps, avoid this at all costs. I feel like my lips are actually moving, like it's so plumping. So I do a little bit of this. I don't really need to plump my lips too much, but a little plump is not bad. But be warned. We are going to start with the eyebrows. I am using the Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade number 4. I am just going to lightly fill in the brows. I usually start by underlining my eyebrows and then I go in and I fill in any extra little gaps that I may have. The brows have been filled in. They're not super filled in. I have pretty full brows on their own, so even just a little bit of product makes my brows look super intense, but this is actually not a lot of product for me. So I am going to go in with a concealer and I am going to carve out the brows. This is the Nars Soft Matte Concealer and I am in the shade Light 2.8. I'm also going to take this concealer and I'm going to hit that little pimple that I have right there so that we can start kind of correcting that. And taking that same concealer, I'm going to apply this all over the lid as my primer. I'm going to take a little bit of powder and I'm going to use this to set that concealer into place so that it doesn't crease. Okay, so let's go ahead and move in to eyeshadow. So I take my bronzer, whatever bronzer I plan on using for the day, and I'm going to take this, and this is going to be my transition shade up in the crease. I like to add a little bit more depth to my crease with a little bit of a darker color. If you like more of a natural look, I would stop here and I wouldn't go darker, but I like to add just a little bit more depth to the crease. So I'm going to take this Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. This is Ring the Alarm. And I'm gonna take the color Mugshot, which is this one right here. And I'm going to take this and I'm gonna put this like right here, just in the outer corner like this, and bring it up just a little bit. And I'm using a JH35 brush. Right here. Whatever highlight you plan on using for the rest of your makeup, like to highlight your cheekbones, to highlight your nose, your brow bone area, whatever that highlight is, you want to take it and that's going to be your eyelid color. So that's what makes this look so natural, is that we're using the same colors all throughout the face. So at the end, everything just kind of flows nicely. So I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in the shade Hustla Baby and Mean Money. So it comes with two sides. It comes with more of a matte side and then it comes with a shimmery side. I'm going to take the shimmer side with a flat brush and I take a little bit. This is super pigmented, so you really don't need a lot. And I'm going to spray my brush with some makeup setting spray and I'm going to apply this all over my entire eyelid. I'm going to go ahead and take the dark brown shade that's in the palette. This is called Secret. You can take any dark brown shade that you want to. If you want something that's a little bit more muted, you can even do something like this and not so dark. And what you want to do is take a flat brush and you are going to create a wing using this eyeshadow. So I stamp the brush right here in the outer corner like this. Super easy, and then I start to kind of wing it out. And I'm not gonna take it all the way in. I'm gonna leave it only halfway. That way it makes our eyes look bigger and more like almond shape. A makeup wipe and I am just going to clean up this outer corner here and kind of sharpen out that wing. We are moving on to my favorite part of the makeup, which is the skin. I have worked really hard to perfect my skin routine. I love the way that I do my skin. I always get tons of, oops, I just totally kicked the camera. I always get tons of compliments on my skin because I like for my skin to look like, I like for my face makeup to look like my face makeup, like my natural face. I don't really like the cakey, super heavy makeup anymore. Even though I do a lot of makeup, it's light layers of makeup that I do. Okay. Primer. I love the Glow In Balm by YSL Beauty. It's my absolute favorite. I think about that much, and I apply this all over the skin. This is a hydrating balm, so it is going to hydrate the skin. I go in with a ton of powders. So when you go in with a ton of powders, you want to make sure that your skin is nice and moisturized, because if not, that powder is going to stick to every little dry area that you have. So I tend to go for more hydrating products. I'm going to color correct. I'm taking the Boi-ing concealer in the shade Lychee, and I'm going to use this under the eyes right here as my color corrector, and I'm going to blend that in. I'm really tan right now, and the only foundation that I have that matches my skin tone currently is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC35. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. I take a flat foundation brush with it, and I usually start down here. See how it's like a perfect match right now, because I am pretty tan at the moment. And I'm going to just stipple this up. Don't forget your neck, you guys. Don't forget the neck. Then I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm taking the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer in the shade 0N. And I'm gonna put this right here. I'm also gonna do the chin, and I'm gonna do the nose, and right here. I'm gonna take a brush, and I'm gonna blend this into the skin. Okay, I'm gonna leave the one in the nose for a little bit longer so settle there. I haven't really been cream contouring. If I am going to an event or I have a wedding or something really special, then yes, I would do like the whole 9, cream contour, baking, everything. But for my everyday shooting content, running out the door, I don't really cream contour. It's just an extra added step that I don't think it's necessary all the time. So I'm gonna go straight into liquid blush, like cream blush. This is the one from Patrick Ta in the shade She's a Doll. And I'm gonna start with the cream, and I like to apply it right here in the apple of the cheek and bring it back. I'm gonna take the Kosas concealer in the shade 2.5C because I do like my under eyes really nice and bright. So I'm gonna do just one swoop and highlight. I'm gonna take my beauty blender, which I need to wet it. I'll be right back. Taking a damp beauty sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer. Now that all of the cream products have been applied, let's start setting everything into place. This is my foolproof, no creasing set concealer. Yes, it can crease, but there's a ton of different things that you can do for it not to crease. And I'm gonna show you what those things are. You don't have one of these yet, you are completely missing out. You need a powder puff, specifically two. Let me show you the other one. You need 2 kinds of powder puffs. You need this one with a pointed side for under the eyes and like little areas that you can't really reach. And then you need a round powder puff for the rest of your face. This is what's going to truly lock everything into place and make it not crease. The sponge, the wet sponge, is great, and yes, you can still get the same coverage, but I find that these do a better job at keeping my concealer and my base without creasing for a lot longer than with the beauty sponge. So this is how you don't get your concealer to crease. I always see girls say concealer, it's just, I try so many concealers and they all crease on me. And yes, concealer, they do crease, but you also want to do a couple different steps to make sure that it is completely set and dry. That way it won't crease. Of course, you're gonna get little creases, you know, where your eyes kind of crease, you have little fine lines, but it's not gonna run and it's not going to be wet to the touch. When the concealer is kind of wet to the touch, it kind of starts to crumble, and that's not a cute look. So let me show you how I set everything. First, I take a light powder for under my eyes, and I like to go with the powder that has a little bit of coverage. That way I can again correct that darkness that I have under my eyes. So I take that and I kind of swirl the sponge in there, and using the back of my hand, I'm going to press one time to really press that powder into the sponge. I'm gonna take my beauty blender that's damp, and I'm gonna make sure I have no creases under there. And taking that sponge, I am going to push. I'm pushing, looking up. I'm gonna push this powder in the under eyes and also on the side of the nose, like that. And really push that in there, you guys. You wanna push in there. Look at that. Boom. It eliminates the creasing, it eliminates the tackiness, it adds coverage. I'm telling you, you need to try this. By the way, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury powders. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I use number 1 under the eyes, and I'm gonna use number 2 for the rest of the face. Taking the bigger powder puff, same technique, run it in there, press it on the back of the hand, and now we're going to set by pressing. You literally want to like hit your face, press. Now, of course, if you like a glowy finish, you're not gonna want to do this because this is a lot of powder. But if you like a full set face, this is it. And it does not look, I don't have a filter or anything, and the sharpness of my camera is set to the most. And I don't even have studio lights. I'm filming this in front of my window, and you can see that my skin, I mean, you can tell it has makeup on, but it looks like my skin. So it's not super heavy, and I just love it. Boom. Now your whole entire face is nice and set and matte, and it looks flawless. All right, I usually go in with a powder, like a big brush, and I kind of lightly run this through the skin just to make sure if I have any powder sitting on the surface, we kind of wipe it away. So now you can totally leave it like this and just go straight into bronzing and blush and all of that, but I like to add an extra level of protection for my under eyes. I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Lavender Powder. This is the Pro Filter Lavender Powder, and I'm gonna use this to bake my under eyes. This is going to set everything into place, and this is going to brighten up my under eyes even more. If your skin is super, super, super dry and your under eyes can't handle it, skip this. But if you can, I would totally do this step because it really does make a difference. I actually take this one with the sponge just because since it is a super mattifying powder, the moisture in the sponge is going to add a little bit of moisture, so it's not going to be super dry under here. But do you, if this is too much, don't do it. I personally do it because it just gives my under eyes that smooth, flawless look, and it also brightens everything. So I take about that much, and I start on the side of the nose, and I bring it towards the... Okay, so while that bakes, I'm gonna go ahead and work in the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, it's super simple also. So for the lower lash line, I am going to go back in with the color that we used in the lid, that highlight color, and I'm gonna work this in the lower lash line. I have really been liking like a glittery lid, like under eye. So I'm going to put this right in here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nude eyeliner, and I'm just going to line my waterline. I'm gonna go ahead and do my first layer of blush. I am using the Kylie Cosmetics Winter Kissed blush. I always get tons of questions on what blush I'm using, so this is my little combination. I start with Kylie Winter Kissed in the apple of the cheek, like right here, and I bring it back. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. This is Kylie Cosmetics Tequila Tan, and I'm going to bronze up my face. And then taking a smaller brush, I'm going to take that bronzer and I'm gonna do the sides of the nose. I'm gonna take a brush, kind of a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna wipe off the bake. Now I'm gonna go in with my second layer of blush, which is Kylie Cosmetics Pink Dreams. So I put Pink Dreams like right here, like right in the apple of the cheek and even under my eyes. And this is gonna give us that Dolly baby pink look. Okay, for lashes, I'm gonna start with my Diorshow Maximizer 3D Lash Primer. And I'm gonna put this all over the lashes to prime them and make our eyelashes look nice and long. And then I'm gonna do mascara. I have been liking the one from Rare Beauty. And I'm gonna apply mascara only in my top lashes. I am not applying mascara to my lower lashes. I feel like when you only do the top, it just looks more youthful. So I'm only doing, that was my stomach, I'm only doing the top. Moving on to lips, this has been my current go-to lip combo. I take the Refi lip liner in the shade Taupe. I love this color. And I'm going to line my lips. And then I'm gonna take the Bennett tint and I'm gonna put that on the lips. Now this is really pretty. If I was going for a matte lip, this is what I would do, but I like gloss, especially in the summer. So I'm going in with the Buxom Ibiza Balm Gloss. It's like a pink gloss. It's so pretty. And I'm gonna wipe off the bake from the nose and I'm gonna take the highlight that we used in the crease, in the lid, and put it on the tip of the nose and down the bridge of the nose. Okay, one last step. I'm gonna take my lash curler once my lashes have been completely dry and I'm gonna give them a curl. Take a setting spray. This is the Professional Super Setter, and I'm going to set my face, and then I like to take my beauty sponge and run this all over the skin to press everything in and make everything more skin-like. I love the way that this look comes out every single time I do it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fix my hair. I'm gonna do some curls and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. All right, you guys, this is the completed makeup look now that the hair is done and the makeup has had some time to set. I love the way that this makeup look comes out every single time that I do it. Every time I do it, I love it more and more and more. It's youthful, it's fresh, and it's perfect for the summer. It's kind of like a nice mix between a full glam and like a light glam. I know this might be a full glam to some of you guys, but for me, this is not a full glam. Full glam for me with contour, other different kinds of powders, lashes, but this is like my go-to every day. If I want to do like my makeup, this is usually what I do. It's either this or barely anything. I do want to film my clean girl makeup look. I've been kind of playing with it a little bit, more of like a natural version. So if you want to see that, let me know and I can totally get that out for you guys. It's definitely way less makeup than this, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was requested a lot. Let me know in the comments what other videos you guys want to see from me. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah! Bye!